So I can't really hear anything coming off of the other end. So if anybody can, hear, the producers, you guys can hear, but I can't hear anything from the other side at all. Um, Tonight, the show is about, I just didn't quite know how to, so I just put down spirit guides versus, well, split personalities or alternate personalities. Um, let's see what's going on. And I'm live. So I'm still trying to get Devin in here. Hang on just a second. Do you think that Devin can go on from his computer, to go on StreamYard?
Yeah, no, but he'll be on. He doesn't have a camera.
Okay.
But that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. I'm having to use my camera on my phone because my computer isn't working either. So it's bizarre. Sometimes I think it's kind of takes its own actions. There's too much goes against you, especially when everything goes fine, and then all of a sudden one night it's not going to work. It's just not going to work, and it's really bizarre because the next week it works fine. And if you're talking about a benign subject or if you have a guest or something like that, it's fine. But then when you want to talk about something that's a little bit, it just won't work again. And I really do kind of wonder if it might have something to do with that kind of a situation. Um, but in any case, so yeah, tonight what we're going to be talking about is spirit guides versus split personalities. I know a lot of you are thinking, well, one has nothing to do with the other. Yeah, it does. It really does. It has a lot to do with it. You hear the old saying, I hear people, or, I hear talking in my head. People are talking in my head. It's what a lot of people could say is guides. But there's a lot of differences in the two as well. And sometimes I kind of wonder if one blend into the other. Maybe it's the way that you explain it to yourself what's going on, or maybe those that are disinterested in the paranormal or in sensitive issues want to explain it to themselves by they're hearing what they're hearing, or trying to explain it in any way whatsoever. So it must be crazy. It's just, hey, this is going on in my head. I must be nuts. Not really understanding exactly what is going on. So maybe this will be helpful with some people out there who have been explaining it. I know I call them my peeps, and I have had them since I've been little. I think I've always had them, actually. And I remember as a very, very small girl, and they were there. And they're not intrusive in any way. Do I hear them sometimes talking in my own way? Yes, but maybe it's more of a internal conversation, I should say. Um, do they test me? No, they don't. They don't force me to do things. They give me suggestions. They give me, you know, you might want to think about that before I do something. Um, as far as I know, right? And some are more vocal than the others, than the other ones. One is definitely very quiet, and it seems like sometimes that's the one who has a very good influence, but it's almost like a tiebreaker kind of a thing. I know it sounds a little bit, if you don't experience it, it would be kind of maybe offsetting, but I've had it all my life. Um, Never been lied to by them, never. not once, never have been lied to by them, never have gotten bad advice from them. And the times that I thought that maybe the advice that I got wasn't exactly right on the money, it's because I didn't interpret it the correct way. So once again, what I thought was perhaps a mistake or an error on their part, it wasn't. It was a mistake or an error on my part. Um, so the advice has always been very forthright. No punches pulled on this. It's pretty much, they're not there to keep from hurting my feelings. They're not there to, you know, appease me. That's not what they're there for. They're there to give me the best advice that they can give me. And as I've grown older and I look at it in a much more mature level, that's exactly the way that I take it as well. So I don't let their thought processes hurt my feelings or whatever. It is what it is. It's definitely one of those it is what it is kind of a thing. Um, so my son Devin and I, we were talking about it, and you know, we were discussing the the symptoms of multiple personalities. Multiple personalities could sound a lot like what I'm talking about. However, for me, to me, the main difference between the two is that multiple personalities a lot of time are brought on by trauma, a protection of the inner psyche for traumatizing things that have happened to a person. These other personalities take over to protect that person. Can that be a spirit guide? Maybe. Um, it would definitely be a different way of handling advice, or I think it would be more in this case, maybe a protective guide who tries to protect that person. And this is their way of doing it, that they literally take over a personality. But I think one of the big differences for me is also that it takes over a personality. Mine never does that. Yeah, he's just creeping in the door like a creeper. Um, if you look, see how small the screen is? This is Devin. Say hi, Devin.
Hello. I guess I have to get a chair.
Yeah, you do. Let's see if we can both squeeze onto this tiny little screen. And I know it's going to make it hard on you guys like that, so we'll just keep it like this. Um, but so yeah, I mean, maybe that is a